sight, out of my head, the blind leading the. You don't see me, you don't hear me, you don't feel me, 'cause I'm above you all. Blind leading the blind, the sign of the times, out of sight, out of my head, the blind leading the. Blind leading the blind, the sign of the times, out of sight, out of my head, the blind leading the. Blind leading the blind, the sign of the times, out of sight, out of my head, the blind leading the.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, you didn't know. It's that time. It's Thursday night. It's the greatest night of the week for us right here on The Value of Wrestling, right here on YouTube, when we get to bring you the IWCP, the Independent Wrestling Community Podcast, where we get to talk about everything independent wrestling, and we're having fun talking about it all right here on The Value of Wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Z in a good mood. How you feeling, Mr. Z?
I think I'm officially afraid for my life at this point.
Why? Why would you be afraid? I mean, what is there to be scared of? I mean, you could be part of setting 2025 on fire. You could be part of a standard-bearing moment in the value of wrestling. I mean, why not start off 2025 and the Choppy World Tour on a high point? 2 chops, 1 night. Could it happen? You never know. But hey,
Well, with
one
the response
way
we just got,
or the other, it's possible. It's possible. We know he can't play all his cards. But I mean, what a way to set off 2025. The Choppy World Tour will continue. Could be lots of fun.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So,
We're having
anyways,
fun with it.
yes. And speaking of 2025, it is the new year. This is the first independent wrestling community podcast of 2025. We're here. We hope you'll join us. So let's talk independent wrestling. Lots of stuff as 2025 starts burning. And we know this Saturday, Fighting Spirit Pro Wrestling is going to have their event out in Atwater, California. So if you're down in that area, you can check them out about what's going on with them, what is happening with them, and all the details for their big event coming up this weekend. So it should be some
It looks
fun
like
stuff.
They're going to have a solid show this weekend, that's for sure.
No, it should be something great. It should be something special. Can't wait to see it all come together. Lots of stuff going down. It should be some fun stuff this Saturday. And then, I mean, we can look around at everybody and everything going down this month. I see a lot of things popping off. If we look at the different places, different things going on. A lot of great things going down. Lumide sitting at almost 450 days, closing on 450 days as the SPW heavyweight champion, the longest reigning champion since the COVID era. Could be something special going down there. And we are just getting ready for what is to come in the new year with all the great companies in independent wrestling. If you say independent wrestling California is no good, I don't know what you're talking about, ladies and gentlemen, because there is solid stuff. I mean, it looks like West Coast Championship Wrestling Federation is having the event taking place at the Yuba City Racket Club. Or it's presented by the Yuba City Racket Club. It's taking place at River Valley High School in Yuba City on February 15th. That should be something special going down there. WCWF, the West Coast Wrestling Federation, going to do some great stuff going there. So that's next month. This month, we got January 11th, PCW Kickstart in Red Bluff taking place at the Red Bluff Community Center there at 1500 South Jackson Street. That is Pro Championship Wrestling. Going to bring you some great stuff then coming up in just a little less than 9 days. Of course, if you're looking for some great action, we told you about Fighting Spirit Pro Wrestling on this Saturday in Atwater. But if you're looking for some great action to see some great talent, Pro Championship Wrestling and West Coast Wrestling Federation are joining together every first and third Friday of every month now to bring you Fire Night Prospects. You can check that out at on the Pro Championship Wrestling Facebook page, how to get tickets, where the event's being held, because it's being held what they claim is the State Farm Arena. Some great stuff. You know, some of the guys, I've looked over the footage from the Ugly Dojo show. One camera cut off on us for some reason, so I don't know if the cable came disconnected and we didn't see it on the monitor or what happened. Something messy. We didn't get much. We got like half of the show on the one camera. On the other camera, we got all the shows, but we're just so far from the ring, you can't tell anything. So we may have to see what we can do next time to get a little closer, or what we're going to have to do to make that look better so we can capture better footage. I really want to run something, but it doesn't look like we're going to get anything. But if you're looking for some great action with some young talent, the Prospect shows in Yuba City this Friday, tomorrow. Bishop Dorian from the Ugly Dojo is going to take on Brian Joseph from the Ugly Dojo. Travis Alexander going to tie it up with Cairo Leon out of SPW's Training Academy. Ethan Reno and Bryce Kuza. Bryce Kuza, part of ADK, going to tie it up. Phil versus Rafael Palma going one-on-one at this show. And we got the dudes taking on Milfy, Escobar, and Dakin on this show. And, of course, Badman Eric Dennis, who we saw at the Ugly Dojo Mayhem Matinee show, is going to take on Judas Day. Buck and Bay and Tag Action will take on the Unwanted. And Aiden Andrews of All Day Crew taking on Noah Palma. So a lot of great matches going to take place tomorrow night in Yuba City. Check out the details on that, because that should be a lot of fun. Then PCW, a hotbed for a lot of wrestling action. If you want to know a place for a lot of hot action.
Oh yeah, be solid.
No, it's
definitely solid.
It's definitely going to be something solid and crazy. It's going to be some great stuff coming out this month and next month. Things are really starting to cook. And, of course, we know next month, huge, big thing. Stockton Con taking place. We know Booker T. And if you say his name, Joe Hendry are going to be there. That's going to be a lot of fun. 2-day shows, February 15th and 16th. When you get done there, guess what? There's some wrestling action to go see, depending on where you want to go. And, of course, on the February 16th, SPW will be doing their third Sunday of the month event in Elk Grove, California. So, I mean, if you want to check out that, that should be well worth the time. Ugly, Big Ugly, doing another Matinee Mayhem show on January 25th. We will be there for this show, and we'll have to see what we can do to hopefully get a better camera angle or get better footage at this time, as we are looking around for other stuff. Is there anything that you know of going on outside of our main SPW stuff? Is there any Any place you want to talk about when it comes to independent wrestling?
Not at the moment, but not at the moment because all I see on the boards is just what we're looking at right now. I don't know when the next TWF show is going to be. I haven't seen anything lately of when
Yeah.
that's going to happen.
Well, if you're looking for some great
But
wrestling, go ahead.
I know their next show should be in Modesto down at the Colonial, so down at the Eagles Hall. That'll probably be the next time we see them out here.
Well, if you're looking for some great action tomorrow night and you can't make it to Yuba City for the Prospect show, and I don't think this will hurt the Prospect show, but Hoodslam. Hoodslam's going to have wrestling going on. The Hoodslam Revolution Friday, January 3rd, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. It's a late night show going down at the Continental Club in Oakland on 12th Street. So if you want to go out there, it looks like a lot of great things are going to go down there. It looks like our boy Swoopy is going to be on that show. Kenny K versus James C for the best athlete fanny pack going down.
Ooh.
And Milo versus Brittany Wonder for the championship going down. From what I see on the announcement boards, of course, you can go.
Let me make a quick note of that. Brittany Wonder, an alum from SPW. So, and she's a solid talent that came out of that one of those main classes.
So something special going down there, and of course, it looks like they're advertising their next big show, Ready or Not, on Friday, February the 13th. I believe that's Friday. Is it February the 13th, or is it this month the 13th? No, it looks like when's Friday the 13th? They didn't put a date on here. They just said Friday the 13th. Is this old? Oh, maybe it was from December.
Might be, because I...
Yeah, okay, that's a December show. My bad. They just didn't put any dates. I had to look up. It was in line with all these other things. So never mind. Revolution's the next big Hoodslam show, so get ready for that coming out of Hoodslam.
Yeah, because I was gonna sit there and say, because I know February 14th out here, Valentine's Day is on a Friday this year. So
yes,
yeah,
yes, no, that's gonna be something great. Why am I not finding the next ones I want to talk about? It's all over the place. Anyways, lots of action. January going to be a hotbed for independent wrestling in California. A lot of great stuff coming up. Here's what I was looking for. Gilman Brewing Company, Oasis Pro Wrestling, returning to Oasis Pro on January the 25th at 6 p.m. So here's what you do. In the afternoon, you come up to Sacramento, enjoy some of the Ugly Dojo Mayhem Matinee, get to see some of the younger talent develop, get some great stuff in a fun, wonderful, entertaining venue, very intimate, very small, but lots of fun, just a party going on.
Yeah.
And then after that, you can catch 80, go down to Berkeley, and then you should be there in time for the Oasis Pro Wrestling show, Dreams, January 25th at 6 p.m. Gilman Brewery in Berkeley. The Dark Fox, yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Dark Fox sets up an open challenge. Also, just to let you know, it's Chinese New Year. They encourage all their friends to wear the color red as we scare off the mythical beast, Nyan. I hope I said that right, but don't hate me if I don't.
There you go.
But yeah, Illuminate with an open challenge. First thing that's going to be announced on that big bad show. So make sure you come out there for that. And here's another young talent I see on their page. Will he be doing some more wrestling at this show? Matthias up on their page in action here. Matthias, we got to see a little bit of him behind the scenes. Definitely a great solid talent for the future and when it comes to professional wrestling. So watch out for him. Yeah. If you hear the name Matthias, that's a name you definitely want to stop, take a chance, and go check out.
Exactly.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, so much great stuff coming out of the world of professional wrestling and so much to look forward to coming forward. We know SPW is going to be in action. Ugly Dojo's got the 25th, and I believe he's got another show, what should be a Vacaville show. Still waiting for details on that. We get to see the return of Puppet Wars on March 1st. somebody help us get in touch with the man behind the curtain at Puppet Wars. We'd love to come out and work with you. Just no elbows, please. Okay, we'll be respectful. Just no elbows. And we'd love to come work Puppet Wars.
Yeah.
Somebody put the word out. Let's get in contact with the man behind the scenes that's helping Puppet Wars become something very special. We'd love to come check out Puppet Wars, show love and respect what a lot of this is. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you right now, the Value Wrestling is heavily going to lean into independent wrestling this 2025 year. We're going to continue this show each and every Thursday where we talk about independent wrestling, and we're just going to keep fighting to bring you all the updates and news. So if you want to hear about independent wrestling, if you want to know names, people, or places, you need to be right here each and every Thursday.
Well, it's no different than the post that I made on New Year's Day. I was, last year was humble and grateful, and then this year it's just blowing the doors off of everything.
Yes, no, we're going to open.
This is going to be a good year.
We're going to open doors or kick them down, whatever we got to do. We are looking to see what invites we're going to get this year. We know there's open invites in a lot of places. We're going to return. We're going to be SPW Realm of Warriors Championship Wrestling returns, I believe, March. Dang it, I forget if it's the 22nd. I think it is. I believe it's the 22nd. I got to dig out the notes because they originally had a show planned for the weekend.
I believe so, because yep.
They had a show planned for the weekend of Stockton Con, but when they realized it was going to be Stockton Con, some things changed. And so the big update recently came out. I know it's in March. Yes, March 22nd, the Realms gates open. So be ready for all of that, because we will be there. It's already booked.
Yep.
So just know, 2025 Realm of Warriors Championship Wrestling, March 22nd. We are going to be there for that fun-filled party. It's going to be a good time. Can't wait to see who shows up, but we'll be there. We'll be there. Guaranteed. Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Yeah, I know. What's funny is I think I was telling Mrs. Z the other day, and I said when April hits, it's literally go to Vegas, come home, have a week to relax, and boom, right back on Sunday on the way back to SPW. I was like, that's going to be a solid weekend.
It's going to be a solid, heavy time. I mean, it's going to be busy, and it's going to be the biggest night of the new year coming up for us when we get into April 27th at SPW at the 25th anniversary show, the biggest show in SPW history. One supreme night. Lots to talk about, lots to get to. And if you're paying attention to us, if you're paying attention to SPW, then you know they're already starting a lot of crazy stuff, blowing it straight out of the water, ready to set the new year on fire in a whole new way. And ladies and gentlemen, the card just continues to get stacked when we start talking about SPW's loyalty on January 19th, 2025. SPW loyalty. Newly announced match. Daniel Torch will defend the Extreme Championship against Golden Star. So that'll be a solid match. That'll be a solid competition. We can't wait to see Daniel Torch lock up with Golden Star for the X Division or the Extreme title. Of course, Marcus Lewis, Chris Wilde going to go at it one-on-one. The WWE Jordan Oasis is going to take on Timothy Thatcher. One more man that we hope to get on the Choppy Hall of Fame while he is there. Going to get that solid shot from Timothy Thatcher. Mighty Myra, of course, going to take on Maney. And, of course, what is building to the main event from Indy of last year at the Hustle Holiday show. We saw the champ, SPW heavyweight champion, reigning at 450 days, roughly. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less. We ain't going to argue. We're just going to call it. By then, that should be another 17 days out, almost 470 days into this title reign. He will be there, and he's going to mix it up with his boys of the appeal, Nathan Brick, Jason Xavier, and Jack Tracy. We won't reference you, Tracy, as what some people on the internet are calling you. We're just going to not acknowledge that, but they're going to take on, we saw Illuminate and Bobby Callahan at Still Hungry tied up. Illuminate working that victory out. Some people are going to call it a little cheap. a little underhanded, that he needed a little help. And then last month at Hostile Holiday, it took everybody and their mama to take down Bobby Callahan until Lumide dropped him with that amazing finisher, that AAFU, whatever you want to call it, onto the hardwood of the ring. No, they ripped up the mats and everything else.
Yeah.
They exposed that ring and dropped him on there. In the end, Bobby Callahan came out standing, and he got some backup from the big Punjabi Lion Chima and the upcoming rising tag team of Aiden Andrew, Bryce Kusa. All day crew. So we're going to see a massive 8-man tag match on the 19th. That's just going to be amazing. There's going to be stuff going on all over the place. You've got some young blood taking on some of the top tier talent in this company. And then you got Bobby Callahan and Lumide standing face to face. I mean, there is a plethora of talent here. You could put any of these men on AEW TV or WWE TV about, and they would do something special. I'm sure they would all be at maybe now, for some of them, maybe right now, some of them in the near future could be making waves across the wrestling world. So I mean, you can't doubt any of these 8 men.
I was gonna say, with that possibly being the main event, let's just be glad that now we are behind the in the penalty box, so to speak, behind some plate glass to make sure we're safe, because who knows where this is gonna end up.
You're not in the penalty box. Remember, you're still at the table with the cameras. You're still on the firing line.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
So I think I'm gonna be a busy man. I've got a lot to do with this show. I'm gonna be doing a lot of running around. Maybe I'll get an opportunity to speak with somebody. Maybe we'll get to talk to the winners of this match. Maybe something special can come out of that. We'll have to see how this all unfolds. January 19th, SPW Loyalty is going to be an amazing show. It continues to stack up, and there's still a lot of room left on this card to get some amazing matches.
Yes.
And so we're just going to have to see how it all comes together and what it is. And this is going to be the show that's going to set the pace, set the bar for SPW in 2025. And when you're talking about 25 years, when you're looking at April 27th, One Supreme Night, the 25th anniversary show, ladies and gentlemen, you're talking about something special here. A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It's time to tune in to SPW. It's time to come out to these shows. Stop with the excuses. Let's do it. Let's book out these houses. Let's blow them out of the water, because, ladies and gentlemen, the time is now.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, that's all we want, folks. Just take the family out and have a great time. I mean, this action everywhere is hot right now.
There's a lot of great stuff going on. It's all coming at you. And I'm telling you, if you're not getting ready to catch some SPW action, I don't know what you're doing. You got to say, it's going to build up to something special. Everybody needs to start paying attention to what is out there, because very soon it's going to get real interesting out here. And it's going to be special. Oh, yeah. And SPW is going to be a hotbed. I think SPW by the end of 2025 will be one of the biggest names in California independent wrestling that people are going to be talking about.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, why not? Look at all the talent that they're getting. Look at all the talent that is growing. And folks, if you miss them in one area, you'll find them closer to you, because these boys and girls always travel everywhere.
Yeah, and that's why you want to tune in here, so we can tell you about these nights and these people. A lot of great stuff coming up. Speaking of other great action, TWF, Total Wrestling Federation, we brought it up a little earlier. It doesn't look like, let's see, it looks like their next big event will be on the 11th, January 11th. So not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, a Fight for Franklin 2 at the Eagles Hall in Stockton, California. That's 1492 Bourbon Street in Stockton, California. January 11th, bell time's at 7 p.m. They're also going to be up in Tuolumne, California at the Veterans Memorial Hall on February 15th. So be ready for that big show, too. There, TWF announcing matches. Huh?
I was like, Mom, take the little brother to that one. You don't live that far from there.
some great stuff going on there. TWF really making huge announcements across the board. You can check out theirs on Facebook. A great match coming up,
Yeah.
a four-way for the the Total Wrestling Federation Championship match at the Veterans Memorial Hall in Tuolumne, California at Wrecking Hearts on Saturday, February 15th. You're going to have a four-way dance, and I think Mr. Z wants to go to this show, if nothing else. You're going to get Daniel Torch versus Luster the Legend versus CJ Dirt versus another great legend that we just got to see at the last show, El Flaco Loco.
Oh man, that's a card. That's a match.
That's just one of the matches that I'm seeing on here. If you can't get there, they're going to be back at the VFW Hall post 6311 in Manteca, California, when they bring you on March 15th, a Saturday, Shamrock Showdown.
Yeah.
So if you want to see them then, and of course they've got a show booked for April 5th at the Colonial Theater in Sacramento when they bring you Rio Mania 22. Ladies and gentlemen, lots of action coming up all across the board. Ugly Dojo going to have a show in between there, hopefully more than a show. We'll have to see. It's going to be a busy time of the year. Realm Warriors Championship Wrestling making a big turn. SPW making their turn. Will we get a Collectible Stampede show? We've heard rumblings. We've heard talks. We've heard rumors. We're waiting for that one. That'll be a big one to walk out to. We'll have to really push you guys to come out to that one, because that might be a big night
Oh yeah.
for us. I mean, we'll have to see who is the ring announcer for that show.
We just gotta make sure no more phone calls are being made from over here somewhere.
More phone calls to be made. Hey, I mean, I could reach out all day, all night. I could get you anybody that we need to. Ladies and gentlemen, hey, if you're here, let's create the list. This is going to be the new thing. Who do you want to see on the list, ladies and gentlemen? Who do you want to see on the Choppy Hall of Fame list? Who should step up to the challenge? Let's create a list of people the big man needs to find and get chopped by. We already know Timothy Thatcher's on that list. We will get to see him at SPW Loyalty. Will we get to convince him to jump up and step up and join the Choppy Hall of Fame? We know that the big name for you right now, a heavy favorite, one that may just be a phone call away, and any time that he may come through that we get a chance, we may have to jump on it. But Titus Alexander, I mean, you got chopped by Big Ugly. I mean, the next step is just right there. And maybe one day in the future, when he's finally ready, we could get the final chapter to sign his name to carry the family tradition. And I don't know. You know, you got friendly with Salem Allison. Do we let the whole family sign into the Choppy Hall of Fame?
Oh man!
I mean, there might be something worth doing that. I mean, that's legendary to have a whole family sign into that. There's a legacy to be left behind. Something that would be very special. And we're just gonna keep signing names. You know, and one day when somebody finds out where Eddie Kingston is,
he might be in catering. We don't know.
So we're gonna have to see how that all goes.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness.
It's gonna be awesome to see where it goes down.
Oh, that's a big one.
So
That's gonna be an interesting year for sure. I mean, just to know what we've done and where we're going with this. Ooh, folks, you're in for one hell of a ride.
ladies and gentlemen, a big update coming right now. I just found this. Tomorrow, Oakland, California, Hoodslam. First time ever against Keita, Keita, a part of Hoodslam. I wish Chippy or AJ were here. Ladies and gentlemen, 1-on-1 for the first time ever in Oakland. at Hoodslam Revolution. Kiate, your heart? It's what the tag name is on X. Kiete, Keita, right? Hi, Ty.
Right.
Somebody help
You're
me
good.
out if you know. I'm not familiar. He will be going one-on-one with WWID, the Cartwheel Kid, Jack Summit. If you want to see Jack Summit in the area in action tomorrow night at Hoodslam, Jack Summit at Hoodslam, baby. Man, I wish we would have known this a little sooner. Could have planned this out. I would have reached out to maybe a Choopy or a Jack Summit, like, hey, can we tag along? Can we be an entourage? Can we just come check it out? Hey, AJ, can you get us the invite? Can we get the brosip to give us an invite?
No, because you know what had happened? I'm going to at least get chopped 3 times in that night. You already know that's what's going to happen.
Well, I mean,
The human pinata.
at least the 3 that we're calling out right now already completed the test. So, I mean, that's 3 that's out of the way. But, I mean, yeah, I mean, we could add, I mean, if the Stoner Brothers are there and we know they want to join on, who knows who else is going to show up at Hoodslam tomorrow night. Man, I love to ride in.
It'd be one of those, man. Come on now. It's like you sit there, they might as well just tie me to a chair and just have at it.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Whoever wants to set that up, we can tie Mr. Z to a chair. He just admitted to saying, tie me to a chair and just go at it. Ladies and gentlemen, if it's a training school event, if it's a prospect show, whatever you want to do it, if you want to have fun, we can tie the big man to a chair, self-admit it, and have a choppy contest. We can have any event and do who can do the best chop, and just let everybody line up and chop the big man.
My name is not Daniel Pewter. I am not that big of a pinata.
Ladies and gentlemen, maybe that'll be the after the Hall of Fame, after we get done with the main list and we decide to find a place that wants to work this out with us to be a charity event, then we could set up something like that where we invite everybody out and maybe we do an event with somebody, whether it be SPW, maybe it's Ugly Dojo, maybe it's another one of these events where we get everybody to come out. Not only get to come and see a great show, but for a donation to go to some great charity, they can come out and chop the man tied to a chair. Let the fans just give their best chop. Let the wrestlers come out, make a small donation, and they can chop you, all for a good cause. You know what I'm saying? I think this could be a great way to start a charitable contribution type of thing in the future. It's kind of the idea of what we'd like to do one day with the choppy. Right now, we're just trying to build a list so that, you know, when he sits down in the chair and you as somebody want to come in and make a donation, that you can chop a man who's been chopped by the likes of Big Ugly, JD Bishop, Jack Summit, AJ Kirsch, Chupacabra, and the list will grow and grow. Timothy Thatcher, hopefully. Titus Alexander, hopefully. One day, Eddie Kingston, hopefully. Ugunther, maybe a Jacob Fatu. Hopefully, we'll catch up with Journey Fatu again and get Journey to come on and join the ranks. We know J.R. Kratos is already willing. It's just a day and a place and a time when the worlds cross that we can get that done. And I know there's another name that could probably make that happen. So, you know, what do you want? Do you want Thatcher and Titus Alexander on the same day, or would you like Titus Alexander and J.R. Kratos on the same day?
If it was possible, we might as well do all 3 and get it over with.
That would be a day. That would be a day of just specialness. I know we're still trying to see if we're going to let the champ. I heard last night might have been a good time to get chopped by the champ, but that's a whole different story. But the Dark Fox, the Obsidian Adonis Illumide is another name that we know we love to get signed to that choppy Hall of Fame. Jeff Cobb.
Yes.
Kazuchika Okada.
Oh, yeah.
The Young Bucks. Thank you. Finally, you got me a reaction.
Oh, no.
No, the Young Bucks should never make that list. Never, ever.
They are not worthy of that list. Dang you. How dare you bring shame to that list?
I had to get your attention. Maybe we could get a Kenny Omega to join.
Sorry, I was stuff up.
Maybe we should.
See, I could do the cleaner. There's a reason behind that.
What about Will Ospreay?
Yeah. Gabe Kidd.
Oh, there you go. The names and the lists and the journey were, and this year there's a lot of opportunity. We can't wait to see who will sign on that list. But yeah, we know somebody might be able to get at least J.R. Kratos. You know, we get that time and plan. We know that that Titus Alexander is probably just a date and a time and a place. You know what I'm saying? Yes. It's just a date, a time, and a place when paths can cross. So we know that one day those stars will align. It'll be fun. Hopefully we can set it up as a surprise. That's what I love to see. Some of these, you know, sometimes I think we just can't tell you who it's going to be, just because I think it'd be more entertaining.
Why? See me try to run out of the ring? Would that be funny with you?
Hell yeah.
Me trying to hop out of the ring.
No, just to see your face when you're like, you know, that moment when you're like, oh boy, oh really? And then it's just when you finally accept your fate, like, okay, let's you know, belly up to the bar.
No, that's what you see. So that's when you see me turn to Ric Flair, drop to my knees, and be like, no, please.
Yeah, that's probably what's gonna happen when Gunther gets in the ring with you, or Jacob Fatu. Man.
Oh. Jeez. But it'd be fun. It'd be fun. That's
I could see Jacob Fatu coming out of the show as a coming around the area out here for fun. We set it up. You're standing there. You don't know he's there. He walks out to the ring, and you're just like, I love you, Jacob. Please don't. Solo's my tribal chief. Solo. I love Solo too. That's when you play the big dog music, and out comes Roman, you know. You're like, oh crap.
No, I didn't. We're just gonna. I'll be all right, folks.
Yes, we have so much fun with this. It's been so good. It's been a blessing in its own rights, and all the things that we get to do have been a blessing. Opportunities that have just been blessing after blessing. You know, there's things I wish I could really share, and I can't wait till the day to share them a little more in detail, because opportunities are so amazing. Because I mean, getting to do certain things is awesome, and then when you get an opportunity to do it with somebody that you're just like, yeah, there's special moments in life, and sometimes they can be far few in between. But when those moments come up, they'll definitely leave an everlasting impression in your mind. As much as I know you're getting these impressions with all these chops, it may hurt, but it's still that memory that will be a part of your legacy for years to come.
Oh yeah, it'll be one of those things. Was like when years from now, when my kids are adults, and their friends are talking about, oh, look what this podcaster did and that one. It's like, no, look what my dad did. Look what he did. He did this first. This is nothing new.
Yeah. No, but I mean, you know, you get to look at it and stand there and tell the grandkids and the generations, and maybe one day you're at a wrestling event and they're like, choppy guy. And you'll be like, yeah, that was me. I mean, I don't think that's a bad legacy to go out on. I mean, you know, if you get to a point as a fan, as a non-trained wrestler in that extent, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To be able to sit here and take these chops and have fun with it and enjoy it. And when something really started as a joke, and I don't know if this really would have been a thing if Matt Cardona would have turned us down. If he would have said no, I don't know if this would ever got kicked off the ground. So, I mean, we'll always pay homage to Matt Cardona for being so gracious, so cool, of being like, hell yeah. And it started something, even though he's like, he'll go on air and go, I do it to make sure people never want to do it again. Well, this time it had that reverse reaction. Always ready, sure. I can't wait to catch up someday again with Matt Cardona and maybe show him some of these great chops. Just go, this is what you started, sir. And yes, someday we'll have a montage of all the chops. We will put all the chops together and let the world see them all when that time comes and that place comes.
We'll find a good music track that one because that'd be an interesting one and for good laughs to watch.
I need a hero. Drive me a river.
Yeah, no, we got it. This is all fun and games. This is all fun, folks. And I'll tell you right now, I can't help but just I come at it with so much respect for these guys that have stepped up
Yeah.
and given them their due for that one.
No, it's an amazing thing. We love being a part of it. We love doing it. We're excited to do more and continue to do more, and just can't wait to see how it all comes together. It is a lot of fun, and we are really, really enjoying the time and the place. Okay, that's an interesting announcement. Not wrestling related, but I didn't know Jimmy Garoppolo was a part of the Rams. And Jimmy Garoppolo will start on Sunday against the Seahawks for the Rams. So Jimmy G, I didn't know he was on the Rams.
That must have just happened now. I didn't see nothing about that today.
You know, they made an announcement here that Sean McVay, coming from Adam Schefter. So I believe that's a reliable source in the football realm. Adam Schefter.
Yeah.
This was announced yesterday at 12:07 p.m. that Sean McVay has announced that Matt Stafford will rest on Sunday versus the Seahawks, and the Rams will start quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo.
Always choking Jimmy. Go ahead. I mean, you can have that. They can have that.
I missed to notice that they went to the Rams.
I want to know why.
I want to know when he went to the Rams. I'm massively confused here. I know this is wrestling, but I mean, sometimes it's just like, huh? When? Why? And how did this happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're heading. Well, you got to think too. We're headed into playoffs here soon, folks. I mean,
oh no, I get why they're probably resting him. I just didn't know he signed with the Rams this year. He did 3 years with the Patriots, and with the he did 5 years with the Niners until they found Brock Purdy. He's won 2 Super Bowl championships. Who's in the chat? That one's for you, brother. Who leads your group? Yeah, I know. I am the man who keeps this all together and the show running. I would be the man you are looking for. But thank you for dropping by. I mean, that's a big name. He's the one that wants to get chopped. I'm just the one that runs this show. But we appreciate the Stoner Brothers always.
Always.
Rich Scott Stoner in the house, in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Talk about getting the name out there. Thank you for coming in.
Oh my goodness.
We were just talking about your big event, Hoodslam, tomorrow night.
Yes.
Talking about all the names that are going to be there. But yes, I would be the one in charge. He's the choppy. He's the one calling it all. But yeah.
One day. I'm going to see the ghost.
I know. See, ladies and gentlemen, we may run a podcast, we may talk wrestling, but we're still fanboys when it comes down to it. And when we see some name come up,
we're gonna have to plan for one day. With all due respect, my dude. With all due respect.
Yeah, I mean, granted, we could probably come, but we have a little hiccup where we require 24-hour notice. We need a little more notice to plan that out, and make sure we have all our ducks in a row. We'd love to be there, especially for everybody who's already going to be there. We'd have to get cool. There's some back stuff. To get that cleared. So, wow.
Yeah,
The
definitely. Like
challenge is
I
put
am.
out there, bro. I mean, I
We'll have
oh,
to kick off February with that one. I think that would be that one. We'll have to look into that because my scheduling ain't looking right.
yeah, I know. If it wasn't tomorrow, we would probably say yes. Let us know if you could reach out to us again on any of the socials,
Yeah,
Instagram,
yeah.
X, or here, or we are at Value Wrestling at Gmail. When the next show that we can set up, let us know for the next show, and so we can book it properly. Otherwise, we'd love to come tomorrow. It's just we don't have
Oh yeah,
enough
every first Friday.
every first
All
Friday.
right.
All right, let's February then. And is this an
Oh yeah,
invite?
February.
Are we getting an invite to come out? That would be the only other thing. If we can get an invite to come in and everything.
For sure.
If we're coming
For
to
sure. Yeah.
hang out and set this up, we'd love to come.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Let us know. Ladies and gentlemen, it may
Let
finally
us know.
happen. May finally happen. It looks like Friday in February.
Oh boy.
Let's look up that. Let's look right here. That is going to be Friday, February 7th. Yes. Friday, February 7th is the next Friday. It may be Hoodslam date. It may finally be
Yes.
the Value Wrestling and Hoodslam.
That'll be fun. That'll be fun. We wanted it. Now we got it. So
Yeah. Hey. You really need to get in the way, Cat. You didn't have to go there. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to put that into the books
there we go.
for Friday the 7th.
Yes.
Holy.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we love it when any of you all come into
Holy
the
cow.
chat. We'd love to get more talent on air to talk to
Oh,
us. If we knew you would have stopped by, we would have,
Yes.
let you come on air and just chat. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that is awesome.
Oh wow. Yes, it is. Definitely. Definitely.
Can't
man.
wait.
I'm taken back by that. That's awesome. That was great.
Yeah, no, I
We
mean,
love it.
we are caught off guard,
live
but that's what we live for. I mean, we live for that stuff. I mean, we
Yeah.
live to just be like, huh, wait, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
No, great stuff.
Well,
And again,
it's one of those things. Too, it's like it's one of those things. Like I got it. As not just a podcaster, but as a fan, like how much we appreciate this.
yes.
We appreciate you wrestlers as much as you appreciate us, and we can't be no more grateful than that. We're so humbled for this.
So, I mean, you're going to get your double choppy on February 7th. What you called out a long time
That's what it's
ago is
looking like, my
finally
brother.
coming. It's going to happen. February, getting busy. February 7th,
Well, I mean,
February 15th, February 16th.
Yes.
Yeah, and of course, it's a Hoodslam event, so I'm sure we'll get to see our boy Choopy. Somebody throw out the notification. Let's see if we can get our other boy there. Let's see if AJ Kirsch can show up. Or can we get Broseph? Can Broseph show up for one night of fun to be there?
Oh yeah. No, that's great. That is great. That is so great. Oh man.
That is awesome. We love it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Well, I gotta put this out there. It's like I've watched these guys years ago when everyone's making their tear through the indies, and it's just
who are these guys?
It's so humbling to finally get that going.
Make sure you say their names.
The
So people.
Stoner Bros.
There you go.
Stoner Bros. Guys like the Stoner Bros. Guys like El Chupacabra, AJ Kirsch, MPT, Mr. Primetime, who we've got to meet at the Ugly Dojo show. It's it's awesome. nothing but love and respect for these guys.
Yeah, no, it is. It's just a whole new level. It's insane. And when guys pop in like that, I mean, who else is gonna pop in and challenge you? I mean, could we start getting phone calls out? I mean, what if Titus Alexander showed up in the chat one day?
Hey!
Ladies and gentlemen, February 7th,
I'm running.
Hoodslam. Get ready because you'll want to come out and see it. It's the biggest wrestling party. It's something special when you go to Hoodslam shows. This will be my first Hoodslam show, and hopefully we can get in with the group, get the invite, and have a special moment. We will record some videos, but I'm sure we won't be doing our normal setup. We're probably hopefully going as invited guests, and we'll be there. We'll do some recordings with what we can do and share that with you probably on the following Thursday of this show, or maybe later or the next day if we can get enough footage to make it worthwhile. Definitely the choppy event if we get those two big names. Oh, major announcement happening right here, ladies and gentlemen. That's why you want to tune in, because we're going to talk about all these wonderful places and these events. And again, if you're a booker, a promoter, or a wrestler, reach out to us. We'd love to put you on the show. We'd love to talk about your promotion. Jump in the chat. Anybody wants to jump in the chat and start talking about it, let's talk about it, because that's how it's going to happen.
Yes. I'm gonna start digging my hole because this is gonna hurt.
Yep.
Wow, folks. When are you ever gonna pop in like that and see something just like, like you said, just see something right out of the gate, get set in stone right out of the gate, live on air.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to all that. Oh, folks. I think we need to take I gotta take a breather for that one. I think I need a drink. I need a drink after that one.
Yeah, I think you're kind of stunned because we didn't see that one coming. That was not pre-planned. That was all a natural. We just got to understand if that's a true invite, so we make sure we know what to do and how to play this out.
Yes, sir. We'll reach out to them on the other medias and see what's up. I mean, you follow on us as well, so double check that. We'll be good. Oh, wow. And then we'll post it. We'll post it, folks, and we'll count down the days to my burial, pretty much.
Yes, no. Crazy.
Oh man, that's something else. That is definitely something else, folks. You never know. You talk manifest destiny. Jeez, it just keeps happening.
Yep, ladies and gentlemen, I'm doing some work.
Uh-oh.
Putting some stuff out there into the air. We'll see what happens. We'll see how it all comes together. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's exciting. I mean, we love it when people just come in and join the chat. We've seen Bishop Dorian, Big Ugly himself come in, and now, I mean, when we're reaching places and we're getting names, we're getting a little peek interest, so people are stopping by and they're remembering. I mean, the flat out come to Hoodslam Friday and get what's yours. I mean, you got called out. Now you have to show up. And ladies and gentlemen, we would probably do it tomorrow, but unfortunately, due to personal reasons, it's really hard for us to book anything in that short of notice. It just takes a lot of strings and pulls, and we have to have a little bit more notice to clarify things and make sure we have all of our ducks in a row. make everything happen.
Yep.
Yeah, we've been dying to go to a Hoodslam show and experience firsthand. So this could be something special, ladies and gentlemen.
And from what we was told, it's going to be a hell of an experience for sure.
Yeah. No, it should be something amazing. February looking hot. Because if we're talking about Hoodslam on February 7th, Stockton Con on February 15th, SPW will be on February 16th, and we still have another show predated for February. It's going to be a busy month in February. Make sure you set up Valentine's Day to be the best Valentine's Day you've ever prepared.
We got to remember my anniversary's in a couple of days too. So I mean,
I'm
taking her to Vegas.
There you go. You got to double. You got to double, triple those days up. You know, you got to really set the mood.
Yeah.
Because you got a lot going on. You're a busy man. Hopefully, at some point, this will be a profitable scenario where it's a little easier because it can be somewhat like, hey, I got to go to work.
Yep.
So
we'll get there.
We are. We're building there. We're getting closer by every step of the way. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. This has been the IWCP, the Independent Wrestling Community Podcast, where we talk about everything independent wrestling. We appreciate you and everybody who helps us make this, and we appreciate all these great companies out there, from Fighting Pro, Spirt Wrestling, to Hoodslam, to East Bay, to Oasis, Ugly Dojo, Total Wrestling Federation, All Coast Wrestling, Collectible Stampede, Realm of Warriors Championship Wrestling, in our place, one of our big homes, Supreme Pro Wrestling, and all the names that line up from top to bottom, names that we could list names and names and names, whether it be the Stoner Brothers, Daniel Torch, AJ Kirsch, El Chupacabra, Journey Fatu, who you've seen on the channel, Kenny K, Tarzan Duran, who got kind of started on the Grimm's Toy Show on another whole YouTube section. So much love there. To Big Ugly, who we can't say more about. Appreciate so much. Elf Black Loco, who I just got to get introduced to this past weekend. All the way up to the big man Drake Frost, who has just been a great support and just showing us a lot of love. Sir Samurai Scoot Robertson, Chris Wildfire Blaze, the Punjabi Lion Chima, who is just like another brother, who's just an honorary member of the Value Wrestling team for life. To, of course, the Dark Fox, the Obsidian Adonis Illumide, who we have so much love and respect for, a man who's so talented. And then we can't forget, of course, our buddy WWID Jack Summit.
Yes.
And there's so many other names. All the people that work at Realm of Warriors Championship Wrestling that have done so much. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, it's just a humble experience when you come on. Here's a humble podcaster. You try to give your opinion on what you feel about wrestling, how you see wrestling compared to what you grew up with, and where wrestling's been and gone in your lifetime. And then getting into independent wrestling, and you know, we got to give big love to Mr. Z for kind of opening these doors. He put me at the doorsteps. I pushed the door forward, and we've really blown up. And of course, we always got to thank Mrs. Z because she is lending you out, and we always appreciate that. We'll never forget that. So, ladies and gentlemen, give this video a big like. Every like shows love to Mrs. Z. Show Mrs. Z love for us by giving us a like on this video. That's what we need to do. Hit that big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. Join the Value Wrestling, because this year is 2025. 2025 is going to be a booming year for the Value Wrestling. It's going to change the landscape of professional wrestling when we do it here in independent wrestling. We're going to make it great. We're going to make it somewhere you have to go. 2025 is the year to go out to your local independent wrestling shows. Get a ticket. Go see all this talent. You never know who's going to be action. The names that are roaming around the country from coast to coast who can stop by. I mean, Danhausen, Fighting Spirit Pro Wrestling. Last time they had Joe Hendry. So, I mean, you never know who might show up or when they will show up. SPW, Timothy Thatcher, and Jordan Oasis of WWID at Loyalty. Two other names that are showing up. Rumors among rumors. Where you're talking about, we don't know when we might run into J.R. Kratos. But the chances of possibility are greater than they were this time a year ago. I'm telling you that. I mean, that could just be a magical day at a magical time and a magical happening. We know people that if they want to make those phone calls, they can make those phone calls. And that's, you know, that's what's incredible Of course, we know they're busy,
Yeah.
so I mean, it's just scheduling, yes, but I mean, it's a lot more of a reality than just a fantasy booking. SPW's had the likes of EC3, Jeff Cobb come through in the last year with another level of plethora names, Brian Kendrick. So you never know who, what, when, where. We've got people that are connected to stars in AEW, Cassidy, a private party. You never know who knows who and who knows what, and a phone call away could make anything possible.
Exactly.
So stay tuned, stay on the watch.
Beautiful.
Because you never know what's going to happen, and this is the place to be. If you want to learn about independent wrestling, come here each and every Thursday. Sit down with us. Let us tell you about it. Let us help you find out. If there's a wrestler that you're looking for or want to know something, you can jump in the chat anytime and ask us about it. We're going to get this party started. 2025. It's a new year.
Yeah.
It's a new revolution. It's a new time to set a new standard in 2025. We will see you on the next one, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow night, SmackDown. Then we return Sunday with the Weekly Roundup podcast, and then we do it all over again. Starting on Tuesday with your Monday Night Raw review.
Yeah.
Wednesdays with your New Japan Rebound podcast, your Japanese Rebound podcast, your Japanese Wrestling podcast. And then, of course, next Thursday, right back here. And if you want to join the show, let us know. We will see you next time.
See you, folks.